Because they remembered so much.
Okay, so they remember so much, right? So it looks like you have a lot of exposed cases, right? It just looks like that, okay? So you've been misclassified, okay? So read that sentence one more time. More,
Non-exposed cases.
okay? Keep
More
going.
misclassified as exposed cases compared to non-exposed.
Okay, so these people should have been in which quadrant? That 100. Should have been 100 there. Okay, they should have been somewhere else. Where?
C.
C. Can we see that?
Yeah.
Okay? So they should have been. Chelsea's so studious. She's doing X there. But this is good. This is good with videotaping. Hi, guys. Right? All right, so they should have been in quadrant C. Correct. But where they were misclassified, okay? So they were technically non-exposed cases, okay? But because they remember so much and because of how they answered the questions, all right, it appeared as if they were exposed cases, all right? So what does that look like? If you're thinking about a positive relationship between exposure and disease, it looks like that there actually is one. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see why? Because you have a lot of exposed cases compared to, remember those discordant pairs from last week? Compared to only a little non-exposed controls, okay? So that, to me, if I'm calculating an odds ratio without having all of the numbers, it looks like there's a positive association between exposure and disease. Do y'all see the problem with that?
But not.
Ah, very good. But do you see how it could be misinterpreted as one, correct? Right, very good. And that's what I was just about to say. Somebody get that air though. All right? Okay, so what we have here, so the result of this misclassification bias, okay, is an apparent association, okay? So the result of this misclassification bias, okay, is an apparent association between malformations and infections, even though non-existent. Okay? So the result of this misclassification, okay, differential misclassification. Okay, so the result of this differential misclassification bias, okay, is an apparent association, and in this case, you can put positive in parentheses, okay? Is an apparent association between malformations and infections, even though none exists. I'm sorry, I should be talking in present. Even though none exists. Okay, I want to write in past tense, okay, don't kill me. Okay, so the result of this differential misclassification bias, okay, was an apparent association between malformations and infections, even though none existed. All right, and a side note that you can write is that the reported infection, okay, had nothing to do with the outcome of interest. Okay, reported infection had nothing to do with the outcome of interest. Do we get this? Okay, this question is often missed on exam. So are we clear? Are we clear? One more time?
Yeah.
Okay. So, you guys know about the women who had babies, right? Okay, so they reported a lot of stuff, right? Okay, so they reported more exposure. You get what I'm saying? All right, so what's the mild infections that occurred during their pregnancy? Okay, so basically, the relationship that we're looking at is what? Infections and malformation, right? So I'm a mother, I have a baby that has this malformation. I remember on everything, okay? I have a notebook, okay? Now, the way the questions are designed, it may not be asking you, did you have blah, blah, blah. But the way that you answer the question, it leads the researcher to believe that, oh, you have been exposed. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know, this is just an example. I don't know, you know, all the details. This is just a class example, but I'm thinking if I see something, I'm a mother, I have a child with an issue, the way that I report, okay, all of these exposures will be different, okay? It's gonna be probably a dissertation of things, okay? Mild infections that may have occurred. All right, so what happens from here, okay? What we said was that the reported infections, right, have nothing to do with the outcome that we're looking at, right? But what happens with this differential misclassification, you know, what happens here is that we have more people being misclassified as exposed, okay? So more cases being misclassified as exposed. You see that 100? Okay, so we have more people being misclassified as exposed compared to those non-exposed, what, controls, okay? Some of these people in the 100 should have been down here, okay? Because they could, you know, they were cases, but they were not as exposed as was documented. Y'all see what I'm saying?
Oh.
Yes.
Is it kind of similar to the publicity thing, a little bit kind of similar? Oh, okay.
So we're thinking about how things are recalled,
Right.
okay? Recalled or remembered, all right? I'm a mother, remember, birth defects, recall bias. I'm a mother of a child who's affected by some malformation, correct? All right, so you give me a survey, I'm giving you everything that I could possibly think of, right? Even things that are not what? Related to the outcome. So, but when I'm a researcher, I'm just looking at the numbers. Check, 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 check here, check there, okay? It looks like I have 100 exposed cases, okay, of what I'm looking for, okay? Cases of this particular disease. When in fact, I really don't, okay? When in fact, these ladies were not that exposed, okay? So some of this 100 could have easily been here, okay? Could have easily been here, all right? But if you're only looking at what you have, okay, with the misclassification, differential misclassification being there, being present, then it looks like, look at your, remember we look at the discordant pair, so we're looking at quadrant A and quadrant B, okay? What does that look like to you? It looks like there's a positive relationship between those infections, which is the exposure, right, and the malformation. Because you have 100, you don't even have to do a whole lot of heavy math. You have 100 and you have 5. Okay? When in reality, it could have been 50-50, something else. Okay? Or it may have been 5 here. Okay? I don't know. But it's an overestimation in this. It's inflated here, quadrant A is. Okay? Just because it appears as if I have more exposure, in reality, I just remembered a whole bunch of stuff that in this, for this particular study, it wasn't related to that outcome. Okay, but there was no way to decipher between what was what because of how the questions were asked. Yes, and yes.
Okay, so because I remember a lot of stuff, wouldn't this like, couldn't you like control this as a, like a researcher if you were to ask more like direct questions?
Yes. And that's what I said. Remember, the way the questions were asked, okay, it just appears, you know, they could have been very vague questions, okay? But the way that they were written, okay, the participant is like, yes, yes, yes. Okay, can you answer yes to any of the following? Heck yeah. Okay, 6 pages, documented. And I have my notebook here too, right? Okay, but yes, so you as a researcher, okay, we can address certain biases, okay? We should address potential biases in the study. So what can we do as a researcher? Yes, we can change the way the the questions are asked in the survey, okay? So that we're more specific. Has your child ever had, boom, specific name, okay? But you, in this one, it was a free-for-all. So she just said yes, and there were a lot of yeses here, all right? Do we get it? Very good. You have a question?
I do. Like, so as a researcher, how do you interpret this? Like, do you say, well, based on information, then it was biased or recall bias? Like, how do you word that? And how do you decide, okay, well, this amount probably should have been unexposed? Like, how do you do that then?
Well, if you see something this drastic, just saying, now I did 105, okay? If you see something like that, a red flag should sound, okay, or should appear, because it's rare that you're gonna have this much, okay? Remember, diseases don't happen that frequently anyway, right? And so if you have 100 here and 5 here, something in that, your data set was a little iffy, okay? So what you do is you go back, so you have your surveys, right? You may want to look at how certain questions were asked, okay? And then you can see, okay, well, this is the exposure I was looking for, but participants answered. So there may have been some things that were muddled, a little, vague there. So if you know that, what happens is, and these are your results, in your discussion section, under limitations of the study, you simply say differential misclassification may have been introduced to the study because blah, blah, blah. Okay? Now, if it gets this bad, I probably wouldn't write that study up right now. Okay? If it looks something like this, 105